Imagine a king, born unable to walk, mocked and cast aside. Now imagine that same boy rising to forge one of the wealthiest and most powerful empires in history. This isn't a fantasy novel. This is the incredible true story of Sundiata Keita, the Lion King of Mali. Our story begins in the early 13th century, in the small kingdom of Kangaba in West Africa. Sundiata was born a prince, but his childhood was far from royal. According to the epic poems passed down for generations, he was born with a disability that left him unable to stand. While his half-brothers grew strong, Sundiata crawled on the floor, an object of ridicule and scorn. His father was a king, but his mother, Sogolon, was an outcast, sometimes called the Buffalo Woman in the legends, a figure of immense spiritual power but an outsider. This combination of royal blood and perceived weakness would define Sundiata's early years and set the stage for one of history's greatest comeback stories. The world Sundiata was born into was a place of turmoil. The great Ghana Empire was fading, and a new, ruthless power was on the rise. The Soso Empire, led by the sorcerer king, Sumanguru Kanté. Sumanguru was a tyrant who conquered kingdoms with iron and fear. He eventually set his sights on Kangaba. In the ensuing conflict, many of Sundiata's brothers, 11 of them, according to some versions of the epic, were executed. But Sundiata, the boy who couldn't walk, was spared. Sumanguru saw him as no threat, a mistake that would cost him everything. Forced into exile with his mother, Sundiata wandered through neighboring kingdoms. This period of hardship was not a time of defeat, but of preparation. He learned about different cultures, built relationships, and, most importantly, he grew strong. The legend tells of a pivotal moment when, determined to support his mother, Sundiata willed himself to stand, using a massive iron rod for support. He not only stood but uprooted an entire baobab tree, presenting it to his mother. The boy who was once mocked had become a man of incredible strength and resolve. During his exile, he wasn't just building muscle. He was building an army. He gathered allies, disgruntled chiefs and warriors who dreamed of freedom from Sumanguru's brutal rule. He was transforming from an exiled prince into a symbol of resistance. The tension between Sundiata's growing coalition and Sumanguru's empire was destined to explode. The final showdown came around the year 1235 at the Battle of Karina. This wasn't just a clash of armies. It was a clash of destinies, a battle between a tyrant king and a prophesied hero. Sumanguru Kanté was said to be a powerful sorcerer, seemingly invincible. But Sundiata had magic of his own, guided by wisdom and alliances.